rage. Brutal, without mercy. But you will be worse. Rip and tear, until it is done.
Stuck on. I can't believe I'm using this little thing. Hello, madam. It's been a long time since I've seen your mug. Demonic mug.
We have to contain this.
Cannot determine the cause of the demonic invasion until the Resop satellite is brought back online.
Welcome. I'm Dr. Samuel Hayden. I'm the head of this facility. I think we can work together and resolve this problem in a way that benefits us both. We're talking.
Demonic presence at not
My first
lockdown in effect. Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown in effect. Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
This actually seems kind of slow. Let me, I think it's because I put the sensitivity up on Doom Eternal. I must have adapted. I've adapted like a good little Borg drone.
You cannot be allowed to leave this place. He would ruin everything.
Oh, you have no idea, sweetheart. No idea.
I'm willing to take full responsibility for the horrible events of the last 24 hours, but you must understand. Our interest in their world was purely for the betterment
Hey there, mister.
of mankind.
How goes it?
Everything has clearly gotten out of hand now, yes. But it was worth the risk, I assure you.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, just me and my little shotgun. How cute. Oh, minus the popsicles, I have to do the same thing. My sleeping is completely messed up now. I was not a well puppy last night. Spoke to my boss though. He actually phoned me up, oddly enough. I was like, well, that was interesting timing. I said to him, I said, look man, I don't think I'm going to be back next week, so it's just best to let you know about it now. He said, yeah, it's fine, you know, just I'll get a sick note printed off. Back here, you little shit. Blow up. You know, he's the kind of person I would rather know what's going on, because there are times in which he doesn't get information that he needs to help out. You know, it's just that's just the way things go sometimes. I know it can't always be helped. The last time I had an argument with him is because I got stuck in my house. Sorry, stuck outside of my house because what do you call it? The key broke off in the main mechanism that leads into the building, and me and my neighbour got stuck outside, so I was late. I couldn't show up to work, and I was ready 45 minutes late because of that. But when I tried to notify him about it, I couldn't get through to him. But then I contacted one of my colleagues to let him know about it, and he was not very understanding that day. I've noticed that when he's under a lot of pressure, he tends to act like that. And when he phoned me back, after I tried to explain it to him, he ended up putting the phone down on me mid-conversation. And I immediately, messaged him back on a text message, that is, and I told him, don't you ever do that again. I was like, how dare you? I'm trying to explain the situation to you, and you know, I couldn't contact you because I was stuck outside my house and I didn't have my phone on me because I only went down like to the bottom of my hill and back. Just, that's all it was. Unfortunately for me, I didn't take my phone. You know, just the one time I didn't bloody take it. And I was like, wow. Or maybe I should always take it even if I'm out of the house for a few seconds, you know? If I can't contact you, what am I supposed to do? It's called an emergency, you know? When you got an emergency, it's an emergency. And I said to him, don't ever do that again because I will take it further. I said, I'm trying to inform you about an emergency I'm having and I can't leave my house at the moment. And I can't leave until the locksmith shows up and gives us all a new pair of keys, because they say that we're only going to give one key out to every house and not giving more than one, so we all have to be there. So that was an example of a bad day. But all in all, as long as he knows what's going on, he's cool with that. Even if it's because I'm due back on Tuesday next week. That's initially, but I said today, this is Friday, I said it's best that you know now instead of Sunday or Monday. He says, yeah, that's perfectly fine. No problem with that at all. Besides, for some strange reason, you can hand in sick notes 21 days after you return to work. Figure that one out. It was actually true. That's not very nice, is it? Teleporting right in next to me. Not that it bothers me, but you're definitely dead. Any more? I still fucking remember where it is. How about that? God almighty, the nostalgia I have just playing this game is so different from Eternal. It's the same but different. Yeah. Shotgun's definitely not as powerful. Yes, I know. Get off my screen. Ha! Oh look, a little drone. Get back here. You have an upgrade from me. I'll take some grenade launcher. Love how the crosshairs look like a smiley face. I got a smiley face for you bastards. Right here. Hey, who fired that? There you are, you little shizer. Fuck off. Well, it certainly makes two of us. I'm still working late. Finish at 11 PM now. Come here. Come here. Fucking thing. So, how much do you know about the God of War storyline, like from the previous games that were made, from the PS2 to the PS3?
Welcome to the UAC.
Or PS1 to PS3, technically.
21 accident-free days.
Here's another accident-free day for you. Shove it up your ass. Jesus, so you literally are playing actual catch-up. My god. Mind you, when I played God of War, well, let's call it God of War 4, or the latest one on the God of War PS4. When I played that, I'd only played God of War 3, because I've got the remastered one on the PlayStation 4, which they released, so that was the one where he killed Zeus, but he also killed about half a dozen of the Olympian gods in that one game alone, compared to the previous games when he was facing everything in Greek mythology you can think of. Like, let me put it this way. In God of War 1, because they had it on PlayStation now, but that was it's a subscription thing, but I used the free trial to play it. In God of War 1, the very, very first thing you're facing right at the start of that game is nothing other than the Hydra. Now, I didn't know it was the Hydra, because it was on a boat, or Kratos was on a boat, and one of its heads came through the wall in front of me, and I thought it was some kind of sea serpent or something. I was like, wow, what the fuck's that? I killed it, and then there was another one. I was like, okay, there must be more than one of them in the water. And then when I got to the top, I saw two of them at the same time, but they seemed to be on the same body. And then after I realized, hold on a minute, this thing looks like it's the frickin' Hydra. And it was. It had the main head, and it had the two other heads that kept coming back. And I thought, wow, now, how about that for an opening sequence to God of War? You're fighting the Hydra?
Hello, I am Vega.
I mean, wow.
Intelligence assigned to Mars.
But the main god that he took out in that game was Ares, the god of war, because he had a personal beef with him. The backstory between him and Ares is quite dark, actually. Very, very grim.
It appears that I can activate optional challenges that, when completed, will assist in upgrading your arsenal at an accelerated pace. I have added a tracking component to your dossier.
Thank you, Veiga.
Main power offline. All entrances not operational. Main powers offline. All entrances not operational.
This is mental. I still remember these challenges. From behind, yep, that's it. All done. Imp at the top of the stairs, yep. Bye.
Main power online.
I believe in honesty, especially now, in what will be your final moments in this world. All the rumors, the human
I've got some final moments for you.
My sisters and brothers, be thankful. You will be the first. You will have a seat alongside them, just as I will, in what will become the new world that they create for us. Starting now. I believe in this, especially now, in what will be your final moments in this world. The human sacrifices. The hell.
Well, I can explain the gist of what happened between him and Ares right at the beginning. He, see, Kratos, before he became known as the Ghost of Sparta, which is his nickname, or even the God of War, was a Spartan. And he, his Spartans were at war with I think they were called the barbarians, but the barbarians outnumbered the Spartans like 20-1. And there was one massive fight that was coming down in that place, and Kratos and his Spartans were defeated, and the barbarian leader was about to execute Kratos when Kratos shouted out very loud to the god Ares to destroy his enemies for him, and therefore his soul is his life is his, or everything is his. And Ares actually granted his wish. He gave Kratos back his army, he gave him power, and he helped him destroy the barbarians. He gave him the Blades of Chaos, and he seared them into his arms so that he couldn't take them off, and he was forced to serve him. However, there was one thing that Ares did which was really, really bad. Kratos still had a tie to his life, which was his wife and his daughter, and Ares had to basically find a way to force him to let go of them. Now, what happened one day was Kratos attacked one of Athena's villages, and Ares had cast a spell to basically sort of blind his vision, blind him for what he was actually seeing. When he was attacking the place, he burnt everything to the ground, and one of the oracles of Athena came up to him and showed him something. It turns out that Kratos' wife and daughter were in the village at the time, and he unknowingly killed both of them in cold blood, and their bodies were burning. Now, when he realized what he'd done, he was torn apart by that, but the oracle of Athena cursed him she basically took the ashes of his dead wife and daughter and seared them to his skin. That's why his skin looks the way it does. That's why he's pale. Like, he looks like a ghost, because the ashes on his skin are those of his wife and his daughter that he killed. But on top of that, he had to relive that moment in his life, in his head, sorry, for the rest of his life. He kept seeing that again and again and again, which is why he's so miserable. But then, that's when he decided he was going to take up vengeance against Ares in that game, and that's exactly what he did. And that's what basically what that game is about, is going after Ares and killing him. And well, just more and more of it is revealed as time goes on. So you don't really realize who Kratos actually is. He doesn't even know who he is. He doesn't know much about his father. Doesn't know much about well, anything really. It's just all revealed as time goes on. But basically, when you look at the new God of War, Atreus doesn't realize that he had a half-sister, and that his father is wearing her ashes, like, right in front of him. I mean, how fucked up is that? I haven't seen anything like that before. Wait a minute. Get out of there.
Especially now.
Ha ha ha. I heard you. I heard you.
The human sacrifices, the help, the demons. It's true. My sisters and brothers, be thankful. You will be the first. You will have a seat alongside them, just as I will, in what will become the new world that they create for us. Starting now.
Good old door openings.
Demonic presence at unsafe limit. Lockdown in effect. Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
Ah, the good old days. The computer always told you that. Yeah, exactly. That was very dark. I mean, I didn't even know about that, not straight away, because I had to find out why Kratos looked like that, because he's very peculiar looking with that type of skin color. I was like, that's not even natural, whatever that was. Because I mean, his natural skin color is kind of like a brown, light brown. That's what his natural color is. But I mean, the thing is, in the new God of War, he hasn't told his son about this yet. I mean, he had to go and get the blades to save his life, but he hasn't told his son why all of these things that he's done since while he was in Greece. Can you imagine how he might react? It's not going to go down too well. Then I can imagine that his son will probably realize, you know what, he's not that person anymore, because he isn't. He's different now. He's not as angry as he used to be. Because in the last God of War game, the problem with him was he was running purely on rage and anger, because he just filled with so much vengeance. And that's what the Spartan rage does. Whenever he's constantly on the rage like that, his strength is so high, it quadruples easily. That's why the gods just couldn't stop him. As hard as they tried, they just couldn't do it because he was too strong. Physically, that is. But when he simmered down, it was different after that. He learned how to control it instead of letting it control him. No, man, I cannot get over how slow this game is compared to Eternal.
Access denied. Yellow security clearance required.
Oh, yellow security clearance. Okay, hold on. Right, I can't get down there. Through here. That's it.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels.
Oh, come on, man. How many of those shots went past your head?
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown in effect.
Let's see. Get off the wall! I remember you fuckers climbing walls like that. Who am I kidding? Of course they did.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
Well, to be honest, I'm not so sure I can really tell you that, because you can't really compare the games, dude. Ghost of Tsushima is Ghost of Tsushima, but Spider-Man is Spider-Man. What do you want me to say about that? I mean, they're two different things altogether. But they're both remarkable games in their own way, and the truth is, I've only played both of them. So once? I'm on my second one of Tsushima, and it's technically my second one of Spider-Man. Even though I'm doing another Tsushima one in the background to upload the individual missions. But I really don't know, pal. I really don't know. They're both great in their own way. That's up to you. If you're gonna get God of War, Tsushima, and Spider-Man, you'll be thoroughly entertained. I know that, because those are three magnificent games, which are only on PlayStation, unfortunately. I do feel bad for the Xbox people, if I'm honest. I wish they had these games as well. Ah. No, don't upgrade that yet. There's a plasma rifle in here somewhere. It's a secret one. He's gonna find it. Oh, Toofer. Yeah, I remembered you, imp. You little pimp. Hey, battery's dying. I know, dude. I know. And while there are some people out there that just won't admit it, the fact is the PlayStation does have better games, because it fucking does. It really, really does. You know, the salty fans, as they're called, will just call us fanboys, and they'll try to find any excuse to kick us back, but at the end of the day, you can't deny the facts. And I always say facts are more important than opinions, because they freaking well are. Some douche earlier on trying to argue that to me, saying, well, making out that I'm big-headed or something like what? So because I know what I'm talking about, that makes me big-headed. Okay, whatever, pal. Whatever. You have know nothing about me. It's like, but it's true. I mean, if you look at what the majority of the fans actually tell you, they will say the same thing. It's just a known fact now. Now, when it came down to my selection of consoles back when these were first announced, it came down to a couple of factors. One was how Microsoft were handling their delivery of the Xbox. I didn't like their delivery at all. It was basically like a kick you in the nuts sort of thing. But then I was looking at the games that I wanted. Now, I wanted to play the new God of War, and I wanted to play Horizon, but I also wanted to switch to the other console as well in general, because I thought, okay, there's not really anything on Xbox that I like other than Gears of War. But I said I want a bit more than that, you know, and I don't really want to play online anymore. I just want to stick to this way. I just want to stick to the story-based stuff, single player stuff or whatever. And I'm glad that I did, but there are still some games that are on both platforms, like what I'm playing now. That's fine. Well, it still beats me why the hell you actually sold your PS4 in the first place. Because I mean, of all these amazing games that were coming out, I don't know why you did. I mean, okay, if you didn't have a chance to play it, I can understand that. But I mean, I would have kept hold of the console, man. Oh shit, hold on, I need to get my drink, 1 minute. Alright, I'm back. Where am I? Oh. Well, not having power I can understand would be an issue. But one way or another, don't get rid of the consoles unless you absolutely must. Because you never know when you're going to feel that urge to play these things again, especially with new stuff coming out. Because I cannot believe how many games have come out or are coming out that I didn't think about or even had any intention of buying, and now look at me. There's so many of them.
Boundaries of the imagination each and every day. As a valued employee, your loyalty is more than just a commitment.
Especially towards the end of the PlayStation 4's, you know, term.
Thank you for your service.
I mean, when I saw Ghost of Tsushima, the gameplay reveal for it, I was like, that looks amazing, it really does, but I still wasn't quite convinced. I thought, let me wait and see a bit more, and then I'll decide.
To ensure their production capabilities are not degraded.
So, I share played it on Ashley's console, or he share played it with me, so I got a chance to try it out in like a demonstration. I'm like, yeah, this has definitely got some good stuff in it, man. Like, right, I'm convinced now. Reason! Blech. Splat. Oh, spawn raped. Oh dear. I think I got you. I think I got you. I think I got him. I got him. Doo-ba-doo-ba-ba.
Unblocking your access to the facility scanner. Come to the Vega terminal, and I'll give you what you need.
I need a big fucking gun. Boom. Boom. I think we're all dead. Yep. Imp. Bye. What, you talking about Ghost of Tsushima? Seriously, it went between his legs.
It's a gift. Take it. It will give you strength, help you on your journey, if you can withstand the power surge. unlock the remaining Argent cells within the facility for you. Vega, give him what he wants.
61,337 UAC members deceased. 81% of the facility is on lockdown. Demonic presence through the Mars installation is critical. According to the records, Dr. Hayden, the invasion originated in the Lazarus facility. It seems that a hell wave was activated, transforming 64% of all UAC employees into the creatures you see roaming throughout the facility. The rest were killed by the demons released from their holding cells by Olivia Pierce.
I feel I should apologize for what's happened here. Some of my employees took things too far. Olivia was the cause of all this, and I believe you will have to deal with her in time. You may not agree with our research, but know this. We exploited Hell and its resources because it was in mankind's best interest to do so. What you now see in this facility is the cost of progress. But none of that matters now.
There is an emergency in the foundry. The regulators have been destroyed and the core temperatures are now destabilizing.
They've overrun the adjacent facility. If the venting turbines aren't re-engaged, neither of us will survive the meltdown.
Sorry, 1 minute. What the hell have they done to this? Wow, they've really changed everything around. Let me check something.
After running more diagnostics on the active Praetor suit, it appears that I can accelerate the upgrading of your arsenal by measuring your combat effectiveness. I have added a tracker to your helmet's display.
The facility will not allow you access to the turbine room unless the demonic...
Shit, I need to make a phone call. Hold on.
threat level is brought down inside.
Sorry.
Our security systems cannot be
Oh, it's just me here anyway, so that's okay. I'm surrounded, what will I do?
Warning, core temperature rising.
Good boy.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-bum.
Wait, you watched the E3 reveal event of God of War? You know, I hope you realise that most of what you saw in that didn't really happen in the beginning of the game. It was quite different. I mean, if there's one thing that really bugged me about it was the fact that you see when he's taking out the Draugr with you know, his stun attacks, he doesn't do anything like that in the main game. He doesn't beat them to a pulp or have multiple ways of actually beating the monsters down. It's usually one or two he has, which is it's one of the few things that a lot of the fans actually complained about. But then again, if that's all I really have to complain about, that's saying a lot. I died! Look, I died. It's me. The good old days when I died in this room. Bam, bam. Oh wow. 21st century. Nope, not that way. This way. No, that dragon, no. I mean, the only dragon that shows up at the start of the game, you don't actually see it, but you hear it, is Balder's dragon. Because when Balder gets to their house, he flies there using his dragon, and you hear it. And he must have just jumped off the top of it and knocked on the door. Then again, I don't know if you've even seen the first encounter with Balder or not, which is, as far as I'm concerned, is one of the best fight sequences I've ever seen in the game. Now that was a fight. Man, I still remember all these little toys though. I love it. I guess I played this game more times than I gave myself credit for. Hell Knight! Hello! My true love, my little knight of hell, you die. What's the matter? Something wrong with your foot? Come over here. Yeah, well, when he dropped the massive boulder on him, yeah. And he still got back up from it. Yeah. Oh boy, I'll never forget the first time I saw that. I don't know what the hell was going on with this dude. I was like, why is he not dying? So, hey Lee, did you read about Norse mythology before you played this? No. Oh, should I have done that? Whoops. I can hear you. Gosh. Wait a minute. When you said when he tried to kill me with the mountain, what part are you referring to? Is it when the Kratos jumps off the top of a mountain down onto the back of his dragon and fights him on the back of it? Monsters! Come on, curb stomp. Ugh. That's it, and again. Curb stomp, one more. Nope, you're a pimp. Die. Oh, okay. I'm just making sure, because I for a second there I thought you hadn't even seen the first encounter. I know you saw the second and last one, or I guess you could say, because there's 3 encounters with Boulder in the whole game.
Demonic threat reduced by 25%.
Oh, is that it? 25%? Fucking hell, Nora. Ka-ching. Don't need any rogue imps chasing me down. Get in the house. What? I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't really look at memes much anyway. Yes, triple lock on for me. Hey, those are my kills. Don't take my kills.
Gas leak detected.
You're a brutal brother, boy. Why are you taking that? It's mine.
1. Core temperature rising.
Yes, temperatures always rise when I'm here.
Access granted. Gas leak stopped. Demonic threat reduced by 50%.
I actually remembered you were there at that door. How cool was that? I remembered you were waiting for me at that door. And where's that giant bastard? I was gonna say, he should be nearly dead after all that.
Stay focused. Stay committed.
Stay frosty. See, this story here has to be a fabrication. Or unless he adopted the persona of Samuel Hayden, because he's definitely not Samuel Hayden, I know that much. He's something else, just like Vega. The first truly autonomous artificial intelligence entity. Bullshit! Oh, nice. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I think what you're saying may be correct. Because Samuel Hayden was diagnosed with brain cancer, which is why he transferred his brain into this cortex. Now what if, like the Seraphim or whatever he's known as, transferred his consciousness into it somehow, and actually was hiding out in plain sight the whole time maybe just to help Earth out, because he knows a lot about the demons. Now naturally he would want to help. That would be it. I mean, I'm assuming that Samuel was, what's his other name? He has another name apart from the Seraphim. I can't remember what it is. Maybe he will explain it to the Slayer at some point. He's just hiding in plain sight. It's because I haven't pulled the plug on that thing yet. Okay. Oh man, this corridor is barely big enough for the two of us. Jesus.
Demonic threat reduced by 75%.
Now we're talking. Yeah, maybe the father will explain it. Because if anybody will know what the Seraphim is, it's him. Because the father was the first being on the Urdak homeworld. And we know now that Vega is the father. I mean, here's the thing, when you look at the trailer for the DLC, you can hear the father talking and you know it's Vega's voice, but it's just different. You know it's him. Because the thing that I couldn't understand is why Samuel Hayden knew so much. It's almost like he knew exactly where to go to find the Slayer. It's like he knew exactly where he was buried. And the forces, hell, they buried him good. They buried him alright. Not that I blame them, I mean, do you? I don't blame them. But in the Titans, was it the Titans realm or wherever it was, where he was buried? No, the Kadingir Sanctum. He knew exactly where he was. And like that was really fucked up.
Demonic presence reduced to minimum.
Your devotion to the UAC station on Mars is the foundation to our
Turbine room doors now open.
Hey! What the fuck are you doing here? Where'd you come from? You weren't here before, you son of a bitch. God, these Hell Knights, there's something else, man. Get out. Not cool. Give me that. Thank you. Thank you, I'm paranoid now. Thanks for that. So all I need is paranoia when I'm in hell. I'll walk through this door. See? Ha ha ha.
Warning. Core temperature reaching critical levels.
Well, let's see if I can get this right, because it's a very, very, very deep story, and this is how you find out about it, by the way. It's in these codex entries. They're in both of the games. The codex entries explain a lot of the stuff that you may not see in the game itself. His backstory. History of the Makers, history of the Sentinels, history of Earth, history of Hell, everything. It's all there. Now, from what I understand, the Father was the first being on the Maker world. He was the sentient being that created all life on their world, but he was very, very advanced. He created the Makers, the angels, their entire civilization, but there's one thing that they all have in common. They're linked to like a central consciousness. They all act in their own interests. They're not separate. They're not separate from one another like individual entities. They all think the same. They all do the same sort of thing. They have a bit of freedom, but they're linked to a single brain. Now, the Seraphim, however, appeared to be different. It looked like he was separate from the rest of them and he was off doing his own thing. It's clear that he was a maker of some sort based on what he looked like. In Doom Eternal, you could see that he was a maker, but he was different. He stole the father's mind from the Maker world a long time ago. He took it with him, and the Maker civilization started breaking down. But every 10,000 years or so, they make a Khan, which is the leader of their world, like a central consciousness. They're the ones that are in charge of everything. The Khan Maker is the boss in Doom Eternal. She was trying to stop her civilization from being destroyed by taking Hell's energies and using it to empower her own civilization, because it started breaking down after the father disappeared, and the transfer of consciousness to the next Maker is extremely painful. It's very bad for her, and it's just causing their civilization to break down as time went on. But the people of Argenta, the Sentinel race, they joined up with the Makers a long time ago, because the Makers were explorers. They gave power and knowledge to people that were worthy of it. The Sentinels, they definitely were. So they teamed up with them. They're a warrior race. One day, out of nowhere, the Slayer appeared in one of their valleys. He'd been in hell for a long time. He survived somehow, and he was just a regular dude. He was just a regular dude. That was it. He'd gone crazy by then, mind you. But after they realized he was a very worthy warrior, they recruited him into their ranks, so he became a leader. Now what happened one day? Hell invaded their primary city, which was Sentinel Prime, and they sent some kind of massive titan in there. And the Seraphim took the Slayer and put him inside one of the Maker machines. So they're not supposed to do this, by the way. They put him inside one of the machines and they made him into like a super being. So he was super fast, super strong, super resourceful, very difficult to kill. And he was able to wield a crucible blade, because only certain people had the power to use those blades, by the way. He was able to wield a crucible blade, and he used it to slay the Titan. Therefore he saved their people, and he became an even bigger hero than what he actually was. The Seraphim somehow disappeared at some point down the line, still having the father with him. They've incorporated himself into the appearance of Samuel Hayden. That armor that he has on is definitely Maker technology, which is something that some scientists may not know anything about when it comes to Earth. Vega is with him the whole time, not realizing that he's actually the father. So when you fast forward to the events of Doom Eternal, you take Samuel Hayden and Vega to Urdak, their homeworld, with you. It's like sort of like a consciousness in his brain or whatnot, and he inserted Vega into their machine, and that's when he started realizing he was the father again. So Samuel Hayden is still with the Slayer, but Vega is still on the Urdak homeworld, and his planet has come under attack by the demons. Unfortunately, when the Slayer woke up the icon of sin, it broke the heavenly seal that stopped demons from getting into the Urdak homeworld. So now demons are invading their world, and they're using their power and their technology to empower themselves. But long ago, the Khan Maker made a deal with Hell to exchange worlds for energies. So she told Hell where all the worlds were that they could conquer, and in exchange they get a portion of the Argent energy to stop their civilization from breaking down. That's basically the gist of everything that's happened in this game so far. There's other parts to the story I haven't mentioned yet, or not fully aware of, but it's a big story. It's a big story, and it's definitely between heaven and hell at this point. Although I'm not sure which one's worse. I hope that at least shines some light on what's going on around here, because it honestly it's a lot deeper than you might think. Oh, I heard that. Night. Nice. Dudes, come on, man! I hit you with 4 rockets. The fuck? I hit that demon with 4 rockets, man. Come on. I shouldn't take another 4 hits from a shotgun on top of that. What is it with the Knights of Hell in these games, man? The damage is so temperamental. Where are the other 2? That was horrible. Don't do that ever again. There you are, fucker. See? That's more like it. Where's the other one? There's 2 knights in here. Where is the other one? Show me your ugly mug. There you are. Oh yeah, but that one blew into pieces. Alright. Come here. Chainsaw Pimpica.
The core temperature is now stabilized.
Think fuckity fuck.
The primary control room has been activated somewhere nearby. It could be Olivia.
Well, let me explain something else that's going on. When it comes to the priests in Doom Eternal, they are originally of the Sentinels. They were 3 of their holy priests. They watched over the Wraith, the original Wraith. What were they called? The Wraith Sentinels that were the original makers of the world. Because the Wraith souls are in this game, yet they're the last thing that you have to release before you fight the Spider Mastermind. Because Argent Dano was absorbed into Hell a long time ago, and that was the center of their holy world. But the priests ended up joining Hell's forces, and while the Slayer was ascending through the ranks of the Sentinels, they basically separated into 2 factions. One faction was still loyal to the Makers, while the other faction was turning against them. The Slayer had his own group of Sentinels called the Night Sentinels. They were the most elite soldiers that they had. They led an excursion into Hell, and they discovered that Hell was processing human souls and turning it into Argent energy, and that's also the souls of Sentinels they were using. And that they realized that the Khan Maker and the Lord of Hell had made a deal. Now, when they went back to try and report their findings, the priests betrayed them and sealed them all in Hell with no hopes of return. So the last of the Night Sentinels died in Hell fighting, and the Slayer was eventually captured and entombed. Now, what happened was, a lot of the Night Sentinels also converted to Hell's side, and they came back as the Marauders in Doom Eternal, which is why they called him like a usurper. So the truth is, the Marauders by definition are the true knights of hell. And they fucking are, because that's what they are, they're knights. They're real knights. But worse than the ones I'm facing right now, that's for sure. But that's what the Marauder is basically about. They used to be part of the Slayer's team. But they were also betrayed by one of their own as well. He's just known as the Betrayer. I think his name is Commander Valen. He betrayed the team in exchange for his son being resurrected, but Hell didn't honor that agreement. They took his son's soul and they converted it into what was the icon of sin at the end of the game. But the son's soul was trapped within a heart, and once he freed the son's soul from the heart, and the icon of sin went on its own rampage, everything went straight to hell, no pun intended. So saying there's a lot of backstory to it, a hell of a lot.
Olivia Pierce, Alpha 402.
And this bitch here, she's definitely of Earth. And she's joined Hell's side. She's been corrupted by them. She spends a lot of this game trying to open up more and more portals into Hell itself.
She is trying to tear open the portal between our world and theirs.
You could not have saved them anyway.
Well, there isn't really anything that explains how the Doomslayer originally ended up in Hell long before he became what he is now. When he was a regular guy, somehow he ended up in Hell, but my assumption is he ended up going through a portal somewhere accidentally.
The system won't allow anyone but Olivia to override it now. We will have to shut down the Argent Tower manually from the surface.
So he spent all those years by himself in Hell fighting monsters any way he could. Amazingly, he survived. And then one day, on the Sentinel homeworld, poof, he just appeared in one of their valleys. And it's obvious again, he must have come through a portal somewhere. He finally got out of that place. But when he came out, he was deranged, he was mental. He was just bloodthirsty. I mean, do you blame him? I would be too. But the Sentinels have a sort of a law, which is trial by combat. They threw him into their arena, and any criminals that commit crimes of any sort can stop themselves from going to prison by winning in the trial by combat. So they go into the arena, they fight. Anyone that wins is set free. The others, well, they're either dead or they go to prison. But the Slayer, well, he single-handedly stood his ground against everybody in that place. So he joined the forces of the Sentinels under the priest's guidance as well. There's also flashbacks in Doom Eternal. You see back to when this all started from his perspective, and that's back when he was actually still speaking. But the Khan Maker, when she heard about these demons that he kept talking about, she wanted to know what that was about.
The tower to drill a doorway into their world. You can prevent her from opening the gate by disabling the tower induction filters.
Untethered cross-dimensional activity is a frequent occurrence outside of the base, so it is recommended that workers avoid.
That's what I'm saying. Before Hell, he was just a regular guy. He was like in the Marines or something, or he was some sort of soldier. He was just a regular dude like you and me. But he was smart and resourceful enough to survive in Hell for as long as he did. I'm not saying it's impossible for anybody to do that, but you have to be able to really have a lot of strength and a lot of tolerance to be able to withstand punishment like that. But if you take a man like this and you give him the power, all the power he needs to fight back against Hell, he's gonna do it, and he will. The Slayer is without a doubt one of the strongest individuals I've ever seen in a game. Where the fuck are you going? Give me this. Oh, I remember these. The rune trials. More trials. Well, dare I say it, but maybe he was eating demons. I mean, they are basically meat, after all, aren't they? So when you kill them or whatnot, some of them vaporize, but realistically, some of their bodies are probably still there. You probably cooked them and ate them. I don't see what else he could have done. And unless you don't grow hungry in hell, that's not impossible. I mean, there is a bit of, I mean, it's science, but there's a lot of magic involved in it as well, but it's kind of strange, I guess. But I'll say it's more like science than anything else, even though they have like powers or mystical abilities. Well, I guess eating a demon is not really the same thing as eating another person. I mean, even though the demons used to be people long ago. But this is what happens when you really, really must survive. What do you eat when you're in hell? Ask yourself that question. What do you eat? I mean, you've got to eat something, right? And if you've got no options left and you're trying to survive, you'll do it. If you want to just die, then let yourself die. But then I don't necessarily know how long he was actually in there for. But it's always possible there are things about hell that we don't know. I mean, it's possible that maybe he just doesn't grow hungry in hell. That kind of thing is not unheard of in stories like this. I mean, you don't grow. I mean, even when you look at hell in the supernatural, you don't get hungry in there, do you? And you can do whatever the hell they want in there. Still remember that one as well. Where are you? Come here. Yeah, purgatory is another example. I mean, it's like one of them said it. I think it was Benny. He was saying like, there's no hunger there. It's just fighting. you just don't get hungry in purgatory. It's kind of like that, but I'm not saying it's an absolute, but it's just a possibility that I'm thinking of. But all in all, as far as I can tell, the only thing that the Slayer could have eaten is demons. I'm not saying he absolutely gorged himself on them, but maybe he ate them when he absolutely had to, or just pieces of them at a time. Gotcha. Another one. Well, no, I mean, it's a good thing he's not a soldier of hell. I mean, what regular human would be anyway? But I'm still waiting to see their their gods, I guess you could call them. Their gods. The ancient ones, the original, because I mean there are many types of demon titans that I've been reading about in the Corax journals and whatnot, or the Codex entries. They have many demons there. There's like a hierarchy of them, and I think we've only seen a couple of them maybe, because we still haven't seen the Dark Lord, and we know he's there. I've heard his voice a few times. I know he's there, but I've never seen him. Will you die, please? Oh, fuck. Well, the Slayer would have had his weapons when he got there, but like everything else, you have to survive with what you have. Now, when you look at the kind of weapons that some of the demons use, he would have had to have taken their weapons from them and used them against them. It's as simple as that. And they do have things like spears. They do have some energy-based attacks. He's resourceful. If he had to rip off the arm of a Baron of Hell and beat them to death with it or something, he would have done it. But you would probably, I would probably imagine that the Slayer spent most of his time hiding in Hell. I seriously doubt that the forces of Hell always knew where he was. I don't think it works like that, you know. So he would have kept his distance. I mean, if the entire Hell army came after him, you know he wouldn't have survived. So somehow he did. He must have kept a low profile for as long as he did, till eventually he got out. I mean, the words that he was saying when the priests found him, or when he's brought before them, he was saying like guts, huge guts. So I must kill them all. And it's like, ugh. He's like, obviously he's been ripping their guts out. For fuck's sake. Oh. So you enjoy playing with those guts? Rubbing your face in them, are you? Oh, bad place to spawn, pal. I see you. Oh! MP want a kiss? Yep, definitely don't forget that. Source of my power. There we go. I'll do it.
We're only temporarily disabling the tower. You need to remove each lens individually. Carefully release the hinges.
Warning. Energy contamination detected.
Destroying the production of Argent energy isn't necessary.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fucked up playing DLC like that. But they've confirmed they're not doing any prequels. But I'm okay with that. I think I'd rather have a follow-up anyway. Just when you think killing the icon of Sim is the end of the game, it turns out it's not. It's crazy. Oh, what is this? Vega. It's decided the AI would need to be given a personality to make interactions more agreeable. A virtual age was established 50 years old. It's calming a pleasant affair. A blind study was conducted. Computer science students see if Vega would pass the Turing test.
You must stop. The hell energy is unusable without the filters.
Warning. Energy
What you are
contamination
destroying
detected.
is more valuable than you can possibly imagine. It is a perfect and unlimited energy resource.
I'm just double checking everything, so I want to make sure I don't miss any stuff.
Demonic breach detected.
Here we go. Yeah, well, that's the reason why you should only take E3 trailers with a few grains of salt. So most of it will be accurate, yes, but The E3 trailer usually shows you something different from what the game actually has. That's what I've learned. That's what I've learned about E3 trailers. I saw your little hand trying to get me. Where are you going? Where are you going? Get back here. I think you're fucking off too. Ah, there she is. Give it. No. When I looked at the material in that trailer, it was slower. A fair bit slower anyway. I think the combat's a little bit faster than that, but it's again, it's not easy either. It's quite complicated. The fact that the combat is complicated is what will make it a challenge.
Warning. Energy contamination at critical levels. Demonic breach detected.
We spent decades perfecting the science, selling it to humanity. We balanced their hell energy with our science, making it usable and safe. We solved an energy crisis the world had no answer for. It works. You cannot do this.
He knows more about it than you're letting on, pal. The other thing I would say about games when it comes to their speeds, while their actual speed is certainly a point, just remember watching the game and playing it are also two different things. So while the game may appear to be slow, when you're actually playing it, it's far more aggressive, so it may feel like it's faster anyway. This game here is an example of something that is definitely slower than its predecessor. Because honestly, I used to think this game was very fast when it came to reflex demanding. But Eternal, my god. I was very wrong. All of us were. Eternal really pushed the boundaries of my reflexes. I truly thought I wasn't going to be able to play on harder difficulties, but I was wrong. I learned how to do it. Fucking hell, I still switch weapons more on this one than I did ever before. I think it's something Eternal taught me. Come on, monsters, line up in nice little groups. Monster. The hell was that sound? Oh, hearing things everywhere now. I'm crazy. Well, dude, if you've already decided that, then think twice before you play Eternal. Because if you can't handle this one, then Eternal won't be for you. Just remember that. It's an entirely different monster from this one. Also, I would say maybe try not to underestimate yourself. You may actually be better at it than you may think. Because I underestimated myself when I played it. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. Because the way the monsters fight, how they move, and how strong they are differs on every difficulty. It really does. I mean, you saw it with your own eyes. Some of them weren't even attacking me on the easiest difficulty, but on Nightmare, they were right in my face, and they wouldn't leave me alone. So just see what you can do. You might actually be better at it than you think. I came through here. No, up here. I still remember this bit. Dazed and confused. Alright man, see you soon. Hi there Sleepy Ghost, welcome to the stream. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Where are the rest of them? Oh, okay, well, bleh. Well, Mr. Ghost, let me be honest with you, right? I can't decide whether you should get a game or not. Whether you want to play a game or not is entirely up to you. It's entirely up to everybody. It's not really a question I can answer, and it's not really a question you should ideally ask, because no one can answer it for you. If I'm playing a game, it's because I think it's fun. That's my personal preference. Now, if you play Doom 2016, you're finished with it. Oh, come on. And you think you can handle Eternal, then go for it. But it's like I was saying to my friend here, Eternal is a different monster from this one. It's twice or 3 times faster than this. If you've got good hand and eye coordination, or decent hand and eye coordination, then you can do it. But the rate at which demons attack you, the speeds they move at, differs from difficulty to difficulty. You got to practice. But I was just saying to him, I underestimated myself. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. I've completed it on Nightmare once or twice now. It definitely wasn't easy. I haven't done it on Ultra Nightmare, in case you're wondering. But I enjoyed it more than anything else, and that's what's important. It'll teach you to be a better first-person player, if nothing else. Think of it like that. And by all means, give it a check out. Like I say, anyway, if nothing else, it's a very fun game to play. Bum, 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 blah. And the last Praetor token is here. I still remembered about that. I'll be back. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Remember, the 12 Council of Nine is always watching you. Questioning your faith? We all have doubts from time to time. The UAC Magus is available 24 hours.
If stopping our energy production is what you want, then you need only to destroy this last filter, and Argent energy will no longer exist in this solar system. We will be back at square one. Just done.
Olivia is still alive. I've detected her life signature at the Argent Tower. She has removed one of the accumulators from the tower base. It has a unique energy signature that we can track.
Well, that's it then. There's nothing else to be done.
Primary access points to the tower were destroyed in the explosion. The pipeline is damaged but still intact. There are thrust boots in the maintenance hangar. You can use them to traverse the pipeline.
Demonic presence at unsafe levels. Lockdown in effect. Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
Completed in 2127, based off a prototype developed by Samuel Hayden's research team. The Argent Tower, also known as the Argent Inductor, is the UAC's crowning achievement. Argent Energy. Give yourself to the cause.
Bum dum bum dum.
Completed in 2127, based off a prototype developed by Samuel Hayden's research team. The Argent Tower, also known as the Argent Inductor, is the UAC's crowning achievement.
I remember this is the most elusive Argent cell in the whole game for me. line them up in twos. Oh shit.
An Argent accumulator she's carrying. She'll try to use it to open a portal manually into hell.
While the Argent Tower is non-functional, the connection to their dimension is still viable. We are at great risk, Dr. Hayden.
Hello, and welcome to the UAC, home of the patented Argent Energy Filtration System developed by Dr. Olivia Pierce. We are the only corporation with this technology, able to convert pure hell energy into clean, controllable Argent energy. It powers this facility, and is broadcast throughout the universe from Argent Tower.
I'm coming to give you a good buzzsaw, pal. Whether you had anything left to buzzsaw. I remember this one. Collect as much ammo as possible.
Demonic presence at unsafe level. Lockdown in effect.
still an imp in here. What's he doing? Get down from there. Get down. God. The last one is always a pain in the ass. Seriously? Where is he?
Demonic presence.
Shit.
Lockdown disengaged.
A lot of ammunition you get. Okay.
The accumulator's energy signature indicates that it is nearing the top of this Argent facility.
If she ruptures that accumulator near the Argent base, she could open a portal to their world that we will never be able to close.
Something tells me you don't really have a problem with that. It's not at the minute. Whoa! No, no, no! Really, game? That's one thing I don't miss, is falling to your death in this. Eternal was far more generous. That's one of the reasons I never play this on Ultra Nightmare, because if I died from falling I would have been pissed. Hey. I took all my shit. Of course, even that checkpoint is still continuous. Useful, very useful. Thank you. Where's that chainsaw? the hell is it? I need that chainsaw ammo, boy. Okay, it doesn't seem to be here. Don't understand why that is. All ammo reset last time I checked. That's a bit irritating because my chainsaw ammo is low anyway. That should have replenished that. Whatever.
The accumulator's energy signature indicates that it is nearing the top of this Argent facility.
If she ruptures that accumulator near the Argent beam, she could open a portal to their world that we will never be able to close.
Alright, no falling this time, please. Well, fall to your death anyway. At least I got the toy. This is full of all kinds of funny business, isn't it?
The accumulator's energy signature indicates that it is nearing the top of this Argent facility.
If she ruptures that accumulator near the Argent beam, she could open a portal to their world that we will never be able to close.
I'm gonna fucking rupture a bloody Argent accumulator in a minute.
Demonic presence eliminated. Lockdown disengaged.
I was going to say, I know one of these has some chain slime on it. Give it. Thank you. Seems the one down the stairs didn't bother to reappear.
The road to hell is paved by Argent Energy.
Okay, 1/5 of the way. Pull that lever, pull that lever. Alright, try. How are you doing? Come on. Yay, secrets. Classic secrets. Come on. Ammo. Ammo. Not too bad today, fortunately. In less pain than I was at the minute. Guess it's just one of those good days. Crunch. And you. Crunch. One more crunch, and that's that challenge done. Oh, you're a dead imp. Look, splat. Looking for a crunch, not a splat. That's it. Crunch. Chiropractor. Come on, monsters. Line up in twos. Come on, come on, come on. Gotcha. What are you looking at? Fuck off. Hell Knight up the stairs. Yep, there he is. Crunch. Good. That's good, that's what I was saying. Do what makes you happy. If it helps you get through things. Me, a good distressor is what I'm doing right now. Come on, game. Whatever. That's it. Get that ammo accumulation going. Just got this here. I'll do it. Just you watch me. Oh, the holograms, yeah. That's one thing I miss. Good stuff. I shall take that.
Welcome to the UAC, opening the gates of hell with the key to the future.
Key to the future, eh?
This is not the end! It's only the beginning!
Category 3 dimensional event is 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sweet. Hi Tim guy, how you doing? Plenty of Slayers running around today. Slayer. found me.
We'll set up a portal device at the tomb. Use the light poles to mark our path.
So much for that. Where do you think you're going? What the fuck was that? Whoa. Bad pimp. Okay, that doesn't sound good. Oh. Need to summon here because I'll be back in this location. That much I do remember. And there'll be Kappa demons appearing. Blobs of death. Keep that there as well. What are you doing, game? Aha, can't access it yet. Okay. I'm going anyway. Bum 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 bum. There was a time I found this particular arena, I guess you could say, to be very difficult to do. But honest to God, Eternal has taught me to be more aggressive, even on this game. Come on, let's pick up the ammo because I still want to get that challenge done. Hellquake. Bum. Oh look, I'm back here again. Where are they? Show me those ugly blobby... There they are. Hey, watch out! Aye aye. Jesus. Where you come from? What's that? Hey! Another one. Shit. Something here. Get your face out. Thanks for sure you definitely get a lot more ammo. Hey! What the? Nah, bullshit. I pressed it twice, thank you. Don't bullshit me, game. Don't bullshit me. Come on, hit him. I hate that when you shoot over the top of their heads because they're right in front of you. It's one thing I don't miss about this game. wow, I'd almost forgotten about them, because you don't see them much in the tunnel. I don't get that. And say I knew there was one here somewhere. Ba-ba-dum-bum-bum. Stop selecting the damn pistol. You know, I don't understand that, because the pistol's there and the shotgun's there. I don't know how the hell that happened. Oh shit, I don't think I've even got that rune selected, do I? Oh no, I do. I thought I hadn't. Alright, I'll be right back. finish this trial. Oh, get out of the way, man. What the hell? Move. Great, let's just ruin that. Fuck off. If this was Doom Eternal, you wouldn't get away with standing still like that. Oh, you son of a bitch. finally. He mentioned the Seraphim there. Interesting. Fucking hell, I actually did pretty good there. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Ah, my little home away from home. Is anyone still here besides me?
Argent Tower is destroyed, the portal can no longer be closed from this side. The hell energy flows from a location in their world we call the Well. But you've returned, the only flesh and blood to walk between dimensions. So there may be a way. Vega is trying to access Olivia's files. If you can get to the nearest terminal, we will provide you with information. That's all for now.